What's going on, everyone? It's Corey here from the Breakevens, giving you another AFL Supercoach team preview video today. Today we have the GWS Giants. Should be a quicker one. Not a lot of movement. Actually, there was a little bit. Preseason news, they're not giving anything. And yeah, there's a few guys there to talk about, but not a whole bunch. So, if you haven't seen any of the other videos, make sure you go check them out. We've gone from Adelaide to Gold Coast in alphabetical order. So make sure you check them out. A whole bunch of information there. And if you want to keep up with all other AFL Supercoach content that is being uploaded daily all the way to round one, you can find me on X at Breakevens Pod, on Facebook, The Breakevens, and here on YouTube, The Breakevens. So like, follow, and subscribe to all of those social media platforms to know when everything has been uploaded. There's always links there and everything, which makes it nice and easy. All right, that's out the way. Let's get into the Giants. So they finished fourth last season in 2024. Good season. They're yet to find their way to a premiership. They've been in that window for a while. So is this the year? We'll wait and see. But let's see who came in for the Giants this season. So Cody Angove, pick 24. I can't read my writing. It's either an O or an I. Josane Delora was a category B rookie. Oliver Hannaford was pick 18. Harry Oliver was pick 19. Jack, I'm going to absolutely butcher this, but Jack O, it's O-U-G-H. I'm going to go O. I'm not going to go U. So he was picked 36 anyway. Logan Smith was picked 71 from their academy, and Jake the Package Stringer was traded from Essendon. A lot of names there that I absolutely butchered, so I apologize to everyone there. Next time I need to write a bit clearer, but they got the package. Will he do anything? Probably not. He'll play 2 good games and then get injured. So let's see who went out of this side. So Isaac Cumming was a free agent and he is now playing at Adelaide. Cooper Hamilton, the social media protege, he has been delisted. Nick Haynes was a free agent and he's now at Carlton. Adam Kennedy retired. James Peatling was traded to Adelaide. Harry Perriman was a free agent, went to the Pies. And Braden Bruce was delisted. So some big names there that have gone out. Cumming, the most noticeable one, but Peeling and Perryman were always in and out of the side. Nick Haynes used to be the number one guy in defense, but he dropped off the side of the earth. So, and Brucey gone, hasn't played a whole lot the last couple of seasons, so that's good for Kieran Briggs. But yeah, players that they brought in, they're really backing the players that they already have. So it'll be interesting to see how they go this season. Preseason news, they like to keep their cards close to the chest. So all we know is Finn Callaghan, it has been the standout. Can he go to the next level? He's someone who I've been keeping a key eye on because I think he's going to break out this season. Hopefully get some more mid-time. It's just how much inside mid-time does he get? We've seen him on a wing look really good, but he's an inside mid. He's classy. I'm a big fan of him. Can he go to the next level this year? Just wait and see what his role is and if he is integrated into that midfield, because I think he could be a good pod breakout selection. News is Jake Stringer looks underdone. He's come back with a few more kegs on him than they would have liked. Don't forget, all this news was all reported at the end of December 2024. So things could have changed, but over Christmas he's probably put on a few more, I reckon. It's classic Jake Stringer, so not an option really, is he? Darcy Jones, his pace and skill have been standing out massively. He showed signs, was it last season or the season before? I don't remember. It might have been last season. Showed a lot early. Then he got injured. He did a hamstring and then didn't quite get back to that level after that. But he's looking pretty impressive at the moment, is what they're saying. And Kieran Briggs has dropped a few kgs. He's looking lean and fit. And he's been working on his aerobic fitness, and that has been a standout. So a little bit similar to Shrek Darcy. He's dropped the kgs, trying to stay fit, but he's worked on his endurance. So he should be able to run out games. Can he return to that form we saw a couple seasons ago where he really broke out? So keep an eye on Kieran Briggs. But that's all the preseason news. So let's go over to the Super Coach selections and the primos. So up first is Lockie Whitfield, 598k defender. You know what you're going to get is on kickouts, especially with the likes of Cumming and Perryman leaving. He's the one down there who's going to kick the ball out, so he's going to get plenty of that. It's just, is he going to get these random injuries that we've seen him get in seasons before? It was pretty good last season. Has the early bye. Definitely someone you're probably going to have at the end of the season. Is it good to start with him? He's 598. I think you can get him for cheaper during the season. Tom Green, 574k mid. Similar to Matt Rowley's, can he be consistent and get that 115 average that where he's expected to get? Saw at the start of last season, absolutely tore it apart. And then fell off a cliff. He had that one game where he rolled his ankle early on, and was subbed out on 5 and killed everyone's teams, including mine. Then after that, he sort of played through that injury, and didn't really get back to that damaging form that he was in. Still serviceable, of course. So can he be a bit more consistent? A new preseason into him, and another one. So his body will be adapting, getting stronger. This year goes 115, and you could say at a discounted price as well. Josh Kelly, 538k mid. Can he stay fit? The class of Kelly when he's fit and firing and playing midfield. He scores points for fun, but what is his role going to be? He's getting a little bit older, so do we see him a little bit more on the outside, to make way for Finn Callahan, give him some more minutes, or does he just still play that full mid role? What I wouldn't mind seeing him is go behind the ball potentially, and use that run off half back, but I'm not the coach, am I? So I should just shut up on that. But at 538k, definitely at a cheap price for someone who can go 110. And Kieran Briggs, 516k ruck. He's looking lean. As I said, at 516k, we need him to go a minimum 105 Supercoach points. So can he do that this season? If he can stay fit, he's worked on his aerobic fitness, so he should be able to run out those games a little bit easier. He's still that big body guy. We know what he can do. We've seen it. He can score pretty well on a 416k. I believe that's cheaper than your Tom DeConnings and stuff like that. So at 516 could be a great pickup, but keep an eye. and hopefully he can stay fit. Let's go to the mid-price and value selection. So first is Harry Himmelberg, 491k defender. Last couple of seasons, he's been around that 95, 99. Can he get over that 100 mark? I'm pretty sure it was like 99.7 or something last season. Don't quote me, but it was definitely 99 something. Can he get over that 100 mark? If he can and be a little bit more consistent there at 491k, could definitely be someone you start. But if you're really going to go a GWS defender, you're probably going Lockie Whitfield. And if you're not going to start any of them, you're going to look to get Whitfield in anyway. So could be a good pod selection, though, because we know he can go that 110, 120, depending on his role and the opposition on the day. So keep an eye. Finn Callaghan at 441k mid. As I said, I reckon it's a breakout year. What have I put here? He needs that inside mid role, though, to be successful. He's definitely 105 to 110 averaging player, I think, but that could just be me hoping. But I think the breakout year is coming. Push someone out, bring in Finn Callaghan, smooth mover, great user of the ball, has that inside and outside game. So he could almost do like an Andy Brayshaw, Bailey Smith sort of role that we're expecting. Start there and be that man that breaks on the outside. If he does that, he'll be very serviceable. So keep an eye on Finn Callaghan. Jesse Hogan, 497k forward. In 2024, he averaged 92.4. Can he get 95 plus? We know he has his big games. He has his low games. Just can he have less low games this season? I think not 95 plus is on the cards. I wouldn't be picking him early, though, because we've got no clue what's going to happen in this forward line. We have Horn Francis, which is probably going to be F1. Then you got Dylan Moore, Isaac Rankin there. And then it's just a whole bunch of key forwards. So it's like, what's going to happen? So definitely someone to look to pick up around his buys if he's scoring well. Brent Daniels, 485k forward. He went an average of 90 last season. Absolute, it's like out of the blue season. No one saw it coming. He had a good end to the season. Can he put it all in 2025 and do a full season of that? If he does, he averages 95 plus. It's just, can he do it? What's his role? Is it going to be similar to last season? He was pushing up the field a lot more and still getting on the scoreboard. So keep an eye on Brent Daniels. He's one to look definitely for mid-season, but went 90 last season. So hopefully he can bump it up to 95. The rookies, not a whole lot. I've got Harry Ralston here, 119k mid. Been in the system for a year or two. So his body's got bigger, adapted to the life of an AFL footballer. Just can he crack the best 22? He's a midfielder. It might be tough. They might try and get him on a wing, but don't forget you've got Peatling, Perryman, and coming out, so they might be looking to replace someone there. So Harry Ralston could be the man. If he's best 22, is he a sub risk? Depends how they line up. If Finn Callaghan lines up on the wing instead of inside mid, then he's probably a sub risk, but they might start him on a wing. They got Jacob Ware on the wing as well. So it'd be interesting to see, but I think he could be a sub risk. And Connor Stone is 119k forward. Someone that, again, has been in the system for a little bit. Can he break into the side? It's just the number one question with these rookies at GWS. Can they break in? Is he best 22? Is he a sub risk? I'd probably say he's more of a sub risk than Harry Ralston is. but definitely someone to keep an eye on because at 119K could be a cheaper rookie. And if he gets games, he's been in the system. So just keep an eye. But that's it for the rookies. So let's go through the buys and the fixtures. So they have the round 2 buy that I said earlier, and they share with Gold Coast. You're going to select GWS guys. Obviously, you're going probably Lockie Whitfield, but that means you're probably not going to go Sam Flanders. If you go with Tom Green, you're not going a Rowell or an Anderson. And obviously you got Finn Callahan there. The one that people might be looking at. So how many of these guys can you fit in? It's basically what it comes down to. And they also share the round 16 bye with Brisbane, Geelong, and the Bombers, which is a tough one for that time of year. So do we pick Whitfield up around then? Same with Tom Green. You probably look to have one of these guys in before then, I would say, and then pick up the other one after their bye. Let's go through the fixtures. So they play in opening round against the Mighty Pies at home because obviously it's played in Queensland and Sydney, but that game does not count to Supercoach. So let's go through their first 6 rounds. So in round 1, they have the D's away. They got the round 2 bye. They got the Hawks away at Tassie, which is always a tough one. The Eagles at home. The Saints away, but it's at Gather Round in Adelaide. And then they have the Crows away. So they stay in Adelaide for 2 weeks. Looking at that, D's, they're probably looking to bounce back this season, but you'd think GWS get the Chockies there. The Hawks at Tassie is always a tough one. They should feast against Eagles at home. The Saints, you think they should do really well there. And the Crows will be a bit tougher than the Saints game, but again, you expect them to do well. They play the Cats, the Suns, the Saints, the Swans, the Eagles, and the Dogs twice. So tough fixture for GWS. The Cats finished in the top 4 last season, was it? I think they finished 3rd. So that's obviously tough. The Suns are looking to improve this year. The Saints, they should get through quite easily. The Swans are a good side. The Eagles is a big one. And the Dogs, they've got a bit of a rivalry there, and it's usually a pretty tough game. So tough fixtures for GWS. But that is going to do it. That's all the information I have as of now. Teams go back on the 14th, which I think this is been released on the 15th. So teams are already back. If not, they're back today. It's either the 14th or the 15th. This is coming out. So they're back. Very Supercoach relevant side in the primo and mid-price value options, not really the rookies. So that's going to do it. Make sure you go check out all the other videos that I've posted over the last week or so. A lot of information in those, like here. And there's a lot more coming. Daily uploads. If you want to make sure to keep up with all that, you can find me on X at Breakevens Pod, on Facebook, The Breakevens, and here on YouTube at The Breakevens. Like, follow, and subscribe to all social media platforms for more and all AFL Supercoach content. We'll see you tomorrow. Another team. We're almost halfway through here, so getting close to that, and then we'll get into the player profiles very, very soon. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and to the channel. And until next time, it's bye for now.